Was it on my mind? I promise what I felt is true. Not the perfect ones, I'm sorry if you want me to. Oh, say hi. Oh, it's silence, you know. So much. Okay, Sonic. Wow. Um, we are back. Hopefully you guys can freaking hear me. Let me check my own audio, cause sometimes YouTube be playing with me. Be messing me up. Like, what the freak, man? Let me see. Is my audio coming through correctly? Okay! Perfectly clear audio! Cool. Do 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 do. So, um, a few things to talk about. Really? It's like, I don't have a problem with Raven, of course, other than the fact of being jealous that he took my character's spot, and it was literally just due to people crying because for some reason they suddenly noticed he wasn't on the roster anymore, you know? But, slight jealousy there. But other than that, do I think Raven is just roster comfort at this point? Yes. And before you get all up in your boots, for those of you that actually like Raven, it's nothing personal. I'm sorry, it's just saying that reminded me of the time when Crow was like, bro, you sound like her. Just go ahead and say the line anyway. It's not my fault. You watch something enough? Well, okay, maybe that saying doesn't apply here. But listen, it's literally just one of those where he's turning into Lay. I'm not gonna lie, it's not like Anna where she's popular for two reasons because sexy assassin girl and it's freaking Anna. Why would you not? But honestly, it literally seems like Raven is turning into another Lay situation where people cry for him just for him to be in the bottom five continuously in terms of like character usage. I swear, man, I don't understand. Character is roster comfort is crazy, is a crazy concept to begin with because you're literally just wanting a character back just so they can look nice and be there and sit there and collect dust just so you can feel comfortable about the game because for some reason it wouldn't be Tekken if they weren't there, but you don't use them anyway. So it's like, but why though? I understand the concept of people asking for characters that they play like multiple characters, but dude, come on. Me asking for a character like Lucky Chloe wouldn't make sense because I'm never touching her. Like, what? I like to stay in my lane. And when it's anyone else outside of who I like as a Tekken character, I'm like, I don't give a flying freak about if you were dead in the lore. Unless it's Lily, Nina, Mama June, then we're having a problem because I like looking at Lily because girls like why are you looking at me like that? I don't know which outfit to pick. I'll say waste 2 character slots in season 3 with new characters. Honestly, I don't want any more new characters. I'm sorry. I blame me for that, but I don't want any more new characters. Tekken 8 needs to work on the ones we already have, and until they can get the non-one-sided female thing down, I don't want any more characters, especially not females. The only character I would want besides Master Raven is a whole entire guest character, which the community hates because they want Virgil, who basically does the same thing. I don't know what is up with the FGC, but for some reason, when it comes to their ideas for Tekken DLC, it's always some old unk answer like, no wonder why the DLC characters suck. Y'all be asking for these characters that haven't been seen since 1995. Like, ew. No one gives a freak that you want Rock Howard anymore. Can we get something modern that hasn't died? Like, I would at least take a Jet Set Radio character. At least that's in the 2000s. But if you're mentioning characters from like 1990 and before, it's like, okay, please shut up. Like, respectfully, I freaking love legacy players and like the older gentlemen of Tekken, but y'all have some terrible ideas for DLC. Y'all have like genuinely terrible ideas. Like, what the freak? It is, as Harada said, it is not Tekken's job to revive a game you haven't played since you were like a teenager, man. Just like how it's not a freaking director's job to educate you on the lore of a character that's been around since the 60s. I'm sorry if you don't know the lore of Martian Manhunter, but I'm not about to educate you and make a full origin story because he's not that popular. Like, you either suck it up, watch the movie, or just, you know, ignore the lore. Spider-Man 3 would be so whack. Yeah, definitely not Spider-Man, because having him swing everywhere would be terrible. I literally don't mean like going full throated Disney and just adding a bunch of freaking Marvel characters. I mean like getting more modern in terms of like DLC ideas. Stellar Blade is right there. Heck, the whole lead of Shift Up, well, I think it was the director of just Stellar Blade, said, I would love for Eve to take my place in case I'm not in the game. That is a whole opportunity to put Eve in Tekken! You know how awesome it would be? Not another weapon user? Bruh, Tekken 8 is literally just full of weapons. We have to wait till Tekken 9. Might as well take advantage of what we have, bro. You know how awesome it would be to have a Stellar Blade stage in Tekken? Like, you have Clock Tower, a freaking wind tunnel, Hypertube. I'm sorry, but Hypertube, like, that is dope right there. Like, yo. But and then you have Prestige Lounge, bro, the freaking Kukuri stage. Oh my god, bro. And don't even get me started on their collaboration with their other game, Goddess of Victory. Baki, I'm sorry. Maven, I respect you, but Baki is a straight no. Even anime watchers don't mention that. Almost nobody. Baki is literally the guest version of Katarina. People will say they want this, but it's only a few people. It's not enough people to be like, yeah, we should have Baki. No. I'm sorry, no. Baki is literally just a freaking DLC version of Katarina. Nobody actually wants her. Because if Baki were actually that good, people would have been like, yeah, we should have Baki hand. No. It's just a phase, bro. It's just a phase. The same people who say Stellar Blade shouldn't be in the game will also say Virgil should be in Tekken 8. They do the same thing! At this point, you're literally just hating it because she's a female. What? But, I literally cannot, man. Like, I'll never support a weapon user. That's not true, because Yoshimitsu's been in the game since Tekken 1, and now it's a problem when everyone else has a weapon. If that was the case, then Yoshimitsu would have been like cut a very long time ago. But yet, here we are. He has a weapon, everyone else has a weapon, suddenly it's not Tekken because everyone else has a weapon. If that were the case, y'all should have asked for Yoshimitsu to not have a weapon at all. but that's not what happened. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. But I guess people are only comfortable when it's one person. And to be fair, Kunimitsu, Leroy, she fought with freaking daggers back in the day. He was the only one. True, but you know, you guys could have said stop adding weapons at Kunimitsu and Leroy, because Leroy has a whole cane move, and then Kunimitsu just straight up uses daggers. Y'all could have said something about that, but all you guys said was Kunimitsu's awesome. Now we're here. Hindsight, guys. Hindsight. But of course nobody thinks ahead when they create something. Unless you're me. Then unfortunately your brain won't shut up and now you're thinking 4 years into a fandom that has basically died. And the short attacks was only unblockable? Jesus Christ. That sounds kind of horrible, but you know. I'm just saying, like, Tekken needs to add people that's relevant, not freaking ye olden and bootlicking Final Fantasy. I don't want to see another Final Fantasy character. As much as I'd want to see freaking Rude in Tekken 8, because Rude. Bro, hello. Go and put that suit on, mama. How about that? Anyway. As much as I'd want to see Rude in Tekken 8, I don't want to see another Final Fantasy character because, oh my god, I'm so tired of Tekken deep-throating this company. I'm so tired, like, oh, we get it. You guys are in a partnership. Can you, like, not put any more Final Fantasy characters in this game, please? Like, if we weren't gonna get the main 4 of Final Fantasy VII, could we have at least gotten the side character? You know, Rude would have been dope, but okay. Okay, whatever. That's cool. Exactly, the reverse happened. That's the thing with Tekken. Like, it needs to collab with people that will boost both games. Like Stellar Blade, dude, what does Stellar Blade and Tekken have in common? Both got fire soundtracks. It's always a hit. The game may be trash, but the songs always hit. Well, except for whatever the freak is going on with Marie's stage. That junk is hot trash. I said what I said. But on top of that, I'm not gonna lie, still the outfits do be kind of top bar in Tekken, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, like I just need like that Tekken 8 and Stellar Blade soundtrack mashup because yo, I'm not gonna lie, Stellar Blade would be kind of like the perfect collaboration for Tekken in terms of like who would fit in it, because you could put Alyssa in there, you could put Lars in there, or you could do the old switcheroo and have a Dr. B reference or something, or just give Eve Alyssa's outfit, because they're both androids. I was completely shocked about that. But you can't, out of all the things you can say about Cellblade, you can't tell me that soundtrack isn't fire. And if you say it's boring, I know you got no music taste. Beach Days and Tekken 8 might be top soundtracks of all time. I don't know about that one. It is really good, especially the climax, but I don't know about that one. I can name like 5 soundtracks from Tekken that easily top Beach Stage. So, I don't know about that. One of them is definitely Empty Your Mind first, because, yo, I'm not gonna lie, the stage kind of didn't match the music, but it's still fly, so I like it. But back to the whole thing. Uh, Raven roster comfort at this point, basically, because kid you not, when I opened up Twitter and looked at whoever was posting clips of their gameplay, their most recent Tekken 8 gameplay, I did not see a Raven in sight. I saw one I Am Fury clip and he was using a mod. Bro is like, I am no longer seeing Raven on my screen. It was like, freak that man. I'm using this mod all day, every day. Like, bro is completely turned. The only time you see a glimpse of Raven is when the shadow clones appear in his intro or in his moves. That's it. At this point, Raven might as well be roster comfort because this mod has pretty much almost taken over. It's not there yet due to the fact that it needs polish, but it's definitely getting there. That's for sure. It's definitely getting there. Once this mod becomes fully functional and polished, it might be over for Raven in terms of like his comeback into Tekken. Because they're obviously not going to get rid of oh my god. Is bro serious? They're obviously not going to get rid of Victor. They're gonna keep forcing him, unfortunately. You have to keep looking at his smug face. You did nothing. What are you smirking for, sir? Seriously, if I were one of the higher ups of you and I fire Victor, you mean to tell me you didn't negotiate with this high level criminal and you didn't negotiate prison terms with Jin Kazama? Bro, you out of a job. Go back to Paris, bro. Like, oh my god. Playing Raven was felt like coming home. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, once that mod, like, becomes fully polished and, like, ready, it's over for Raven. People are gonna be like, you know what? I don't want this guy on the roster anymore. And then the crybabies will have no choice but to listen to because at one point, the small silent majority becomes the loud majority. It's a matter of the pendulum swinging back if it does swing back. With Tekken, it could go technically either way, but most of the time, once the pendulum swings back, it's not gonna swing again. Like, I really think that once that mod is like fully polished, finished, and like freaking fixed, it might be over for Raven. It might just be over for Raven. Um, Syntax? What the freak? I'm not accepting your friend request. What the freak? I really think that it might be over for Raven once this mod like fully gets a fix up because it's one thing to have a missing character, but it's another thing for the mod to like just completely spike a character's popularity to the point where people are like, if we can't have Maven, this is the closest thing I'll take, which is crazy considering how Bandai Namco tried to destroy mods and that didn't happen, so there's that. Yeah. At this point, Raven's spot in Tekken might be a little bit, iffy. For real, might be like a question mark. So, there's definitely some, questions going on there, because it's one thing to be cut from the roster, but it's another thing to be cut from the roster because you're no longer necessary for the players in order to have a good experience. But in all honesty, of course, I would want both Ravens because I'd rather have that than just one Raven and freaking two Samurai. Yes, Victor is a Samurai. And so is Yoshimitsu. I don't get why people say he's a ninja. No, he's not. He's a teleporting samurai. The ninja is literally just a nickname at this point. And if you don't believe me, bro says he has a whole samurai sword against Victor. I'm sorry. Ninja technically did use katanas, but that was a rare case. They used short swords because they were easier to carry and also faster to draw. But realistically speaking, like Yoshimitsu is not. He's literally just a teleporting samurai. I'm sorry, that bro isn't a ninja. But you know, people say what they want, and people believe what they want. You got two teleporting samurai in here now. Yay! And not one Kunoichi in sight. Yay! But I seriously don't get it. Maybe that's just me, but eh. Oh no! It's Oscar. I cannot call you a ninja. Honestly, as much as I think certain rivalries should continue, I honestly feel like every rivalry that Raven has just makes him look more goofy. I'm sorry. He's supposed to be serious, but every single time he has a rivalry, it's always some merry-go-round, back and forth type junk, and it's like, bro, this isn't making you look cooler. It's just making you look like you can't freaking hold. You can't, like, all you do is hold a grudge against people. Get over yourself. You're doing a freaking job. Having a rivalry with another freaking person does not make you look good. It just makes you look clownish. Nina was right. Bro is corny. Well, that was disappointing. You know you just typed Nina, right? Yeah. Slap a blonde wig on that dude. Slap a blonde wig on that dude. But I just think that if anyone should have a rivalry with Raven, I feel like it should just be Master Raven in terms of like, okay, friendly rivalry in terms of like who's way better, or like, you know, who's obvious, like we obviously know who's stronger. But that would literally be the only rivalry that makes sense, because bro bro holds a grudge. Bro can't be an agent. How are you still employed and everyone and their mother knows you're at the tournament? Doesn't it make your job more impossible? Huh? I don't know. I feel like there's some continuity misses here, but maybe that's just me. But like, how are you still employed? Everyone and their grandma knows. Oh my freaking god. Oh my freaking god. Hold up, guys. I need to put on some music. I'm about to lose my mind. It's Negan. Disgusting. Disgust. Hold up, guys. I need to lock in for a sec. Can I get it? Yeah. Can I get it? Yeah, yeah. I hate this character with every beat in my body.
Round one. Fight.
Look at that! Taken like champ! Ugh. Oh my god! I freaking love his freaking thing. I'm not gonna lie, I hate Negan, but I love his rage art. It's so good. Add Maggie to that game. Let me shut up.
Round 3. Fight.
Is bro gonna do something, or are we just gonna sit here? Nope. What? I frickin' hate Negan! Don't even attempt to tell the story most of the time? Probably not. Probably not. It's like they have the tools for a good story. Especially with the Hachijo clan. Like, that could have been a force to reckon with, truly. That could have been a force to reckon with, like, Hachijo clan? Yo! That would have been dope. But since that's not what happened, we're stuck with whatever the freak is going on, I guess. Also, one day, oh my god, I probably got kicked or something. I don't know. Dang, lag me out. What's funny is that 3 bars be working for me. That's what's funny. Yeah, I'd rather face an Eddie than a Claudio. But it's factor, which unfortunately it's past the 2000s, and coolness factor is not enough to make your game good. It's not like GTA where we know what's going to be good because GTA has a good story and it literally fulfills your inner scratch to do terrible, heinous crime activities, be a full gang mobster. Like, that scratches an inhuman itch. I swear. People don't believe me, but video games are like the morally terrible way of escape. Morally terrible as in, depending on what you play, you can either be looked at as a psychopath or someone who is probably a normal person. Psychopath meaning as in hentai, for some reason Saw-like slasher, or anything else along the lines of dismembering and debauchery. But normal people would play games like Sonic, GTA, or just spaz on GTA, and that would just be that. So, can't commit a crime in real life? No problem. Put on GTA. You'll be fine after a few minutes. But, yeah, I really do think that Raven is, at this point, just becoming roster comfort like Clay. People want him there, but don't play him, but just want him to look nice. And that's that. So, holy crap, there are 2 0 bars in here. And an Eliza. Oh, look! A first Eliza I've seen in like 5 centuries. Can you believe that? I'm telling you, bro. Eliza would be cool, but the devs don't want to put in that much work for a 2D character, and they definitely don't want to put in that much work for her to come back and just be not used and become disliked again, because people don't want more 2D crap after dealing with Eliza, Geese, Akuma. It was but honestly, no. Honestly, no. Not at all. Hopefully this works a second time. Please don't be 2 0 bars. But yeah, other than that, I would say definitely leave a question mark for Raven's return in Tekken 9, because if Maven's slow upward climb to popularity just skyrockets one day, and if she doesn't appear in Tekken 8 as DLC, and Tekken 9 is finally announced, and Raven isn't one of the characters that's on the roster, then I'm not gonna feel bad for the people who cry for his return. The only 2D crap I would tolerate is Chun-Li's huge, sexy thighs. Death by Snoo Snoo. You have been choked to death by Chun-Li. Give her Nicki Minaj's Chun-Li outfit as well. The only character I would really take is Sea Viper, and that's it. But Sea Viper is literally just temporarily filling the hole I have for Master Raven. Because, yo... dies happy. Death by Snoo Snoo. Yes, we love a good death by Snoo Snoo. I would knowingly hurt myself. Be like, you know what? I'm just gonna insult her. Just so her thighs can squish my skull. She'd be crushing watermelons with those things, bro. Death by Snoo Snoo. Well, at least one of the bars. Well, nope. There's still 2 bars. Jesus Christ. Nobody here speaks English. Oh, okay. Well, it's a fully Brazilian lobby. Anybody know any Brazilian? I might get kicked. Oh, dang. I don't have no bars with the lobby host. Yep, there's no way he's gonna leave me in here. Yeah, there's no way he's gonna leave me in here. But if Tekken 9 comes around and Master Raven is announced instead of Raven, I'm not gonna say anything for those Raven players and be like, you guys had your time. I hope you enjoyed it. Raven's time is unfortunately past. You know, good luck. And have fun dealing with what we had to deal with for several years of Tekken 8. So suck it up! Suck it up and play Victor, or don't play at all. I'm serious. The sentiment around, like, if you like a certain character and it's not a character that's popular, like, if it's Eliza, people will let you get away with that. If it's Christy, people will just ignore it because Christy mains are already delusional as it is. Talking about Christy should replace Eddie. These nuts should replace Eddie, that's what. Anyway, I'm just saying, like, Christy mains, I respect and love y'all sometimes, but y'all be delulu, bro. There's no possible way Christy is going to get away with replacing Eddie, and everyone's gonna be like, no, nobody is gonna be fine with that. Christy used to be my favorite character, and even I cringed at the thought of her replacing Eddie. There is no possible way I want this lady to come back and replace. Girl, no. I love Eddie. There is no way I'd have him replaced by a freaking woman who all she does, all her story is chase around. Like, what? That kind of makes you being here pointless because Eddie's not here. Make it make sense? But I really don't, like, no, I'm not saying zilch if Raven is replaced in Tekken 9. I'm gonna be like, suck it up, deal with it. It is what it is. Other branch of capoeira, they could make her different. Yeah, they could, but I highly doubt they want to because her story literally just revolves around chasing Eddie like a lovesick puppy. Get a hobby, girlfriend, and get a clue. He's just not that into you. That was not on purpose. I was not trying to make a random movie reference nor rhyme. Yeah. Christy, I don't think should come back unless she's getting a full rework with her story. Because, girl, you need a child or something to do. You need a hobby. Because chasing around Eddie, he's not even focused on you. Bro's like, I'm trying to get revenge. Get out my face, woman. Bro's trying to throw hands. not make a child. But yeah, Christy definitely shouldn't come back. Cause woof, girlie needs work, whole lot of it. Cause wow. But yeah, I'm so over Raven at this point. Bro's not cool. Bro is Wesley Snipes, and bro is just there for roster comfort, like Panda. And Shahu isn't roster comfort. Nobody wants him there. I honestly don't think he should make it to Tekken 9. If he makes it to Tekken 9, then at this point, he's literally just filling a quota, and the devs would rather ignore their fan base's concerns about a genuinely non-liked character and 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 just do whatever the freak they want. Oh my god, no bars. No freaking. I ain't going to player match! Wanting revenge for the Mishimas? Yeah, it is tiring. I'm not gonna lie. Eddie Miguel, Shahu. Shahu! Nah, Shahu! Shahu! Let's not talk about Shahu because he's irrelevant. Eddie Miguel. I mean, Miguel makes sense because bro literally watched his sister get bombed on her wedding day, so that one's valid. Miguel. I mean, Eddie. I mean, the majority of it is Mishima's bad, and Tekken hasn't really exposed us to any characters who think the G Corp or Tekken Force is a good guy. I mean, I have a whole OC for that, and she's a Raven unit agent, but we're not going to talk about fan fiction since you guys probably don't like reading. Kazuya killed Shaheen's friend, and Shahu stupidly said, "Come work for me." Weren't you trying to avenge your friend like 2 minutes ago? Bro, you are stupid.
Welcome to the King of Iron Fist
Like,
tournament.
Shahu is definitely the only character who I can genuinely say is a dumb nut. Straight up, like that's an idiot right there. That you see that? You see this guy over here? Do you see this idiot? Do you see this idiot on my screen? That is the only Tekken character I can say is a genuine idiot, worse than Steve. They need a full reboot Tekken. I would say start over from Tekken 8, because I would literally just say start over for Tekken 8, because Tekken 7 had a good story. You take out the narrator, that story is bomb. That's it. Take out the narrator, the story's bomb. You get Kazumi's reveal, and I wish they didn't kill her off because she definitely could have been a way better villain if she had like somehow managed to fake her death or had been revived by one of the Hachijo clan members making a deal with like the demon god or something. And then she could have been a real villain. I'm serious. Like, I'm talking Devil Gene Apocalypse. Of course, not every character is gonna have like a freaking Devil Gene or whatever. I'm just saying, like, bro, Devil Gene Apocalypse takeover. That's what I'm saying. Like, Devil Nina? Girl, step on me, claw on me, shoot your sniper at me. I don't care. Like, we could turn this into Heihachi and like you could start poking me with your horns. Bull style. Let's get impaled, yo. But I literally like, yeah. Chihu is the only character. We need to focus. We need factions with goons. Yes. Tekken Monks could have been a good start, but you know, for some reason, off screen kill everyone because we don't know what to do with anyone outside of the Mishimas or the roster. Girl, what? It's just Tekken. Tekken being Tekken. Imagine, yeah, exactly. That's why it doesn't make sense to me. You can't kill your son or your grandson. So what makes you think this old man has enough freaking like goal or power to kill an entire clan of devil users who apparently own an island because there's actually like a island in Japan called Hachijo. Kid you not. Look it up yourself. There is actually a whole entire island called Hachijo. Now, considering how close Tekken lore and the timing of Tekken is set in the modern age, these fools had a whole entire island. No wonder how they stayed hidden like the entire time. They were chilling, man. They were chilling. Hachijo clan versus the Raven unit. Now, considering that right there is iffy because the power scaling can be looked at differently depending on who you're looking at. Because if we're still continuing off of Tekken 5 and going onward, Raven is more powerful enough to beat Heihachi. And he's the only one in canon who's beat Heihachi and literally just like left him. So Raven is more powerful than Heihachi. And then if Master Raven is more powerful than him, then that means she's on the same level as Kazuya. Because the scale between the Mishimas goes Heihachi, Kazuya, and then Jin. That's how it goes with the Mishimas. Reina, no one gives a freak about Reina. You're irrelevant. No one cares about you yet. That's not what I said. But going off that, then Master Raven is the same level as Kazuya before Double G. Now, when it comes to Victor, Victor probably isn't. But he's probably on the same level as Jin before Double G. So, Raven Unit versus the Hachijo clan could be a close draw. But if every grunt is the same level as Heihachi, then there is no possible way the Raven clan would stand a chance against the Hachijo. The Raven unit would stand a chance against the Hachijo clan because, dude, if you can beat Heihachi, you can still get beat by a double gene user. Not exactly a fair fight there, but definitely some potential. I'm tempted to head into ranked. I'm not gonna lie, I'm tempted to head into ranked. Let's see what happens. But that's basically my understanding of the power scale. So, yeah. All three Raven unit members are like the same power, well, more powerful than Heihachi. Which is saying a lot considering Heihachi is supposed to be evil, big, bad, old man. You're here to rule in the story and the continuity in everyone's lives. Yay. Yeah, that's my understanding of the power scaling because obviously no main character, not even Mama June, ew, is gonna be more powerful than Kazuya and Jin in their double gene or angel gene as Jin. You can't stop me, Kakarot! Literally Kazuya. I was literally just thinking like Dragon Ball Z during that entire fight, bro had that spirit bomb.
Welcome to the King of Iron
Like,
Tournament.
yeah.
Master Raven.
It's probably not intentional, but we're here now. I'm here now. Anyway, just saying, bro. Just saying. Might as well have Dragon Ball Z
Challenger.
as a new stage in Tekken, you know. Spirit bombs away. Simple stuff. Hopefully I get a match. I'm probably gonna lose anyway, but still. Match is a match, bro. I don't care, I'm trying to fight. Trying to get this one combo. There it is. I forget, sometimes I gotta, like, I can't be playing with my thumbs on this controller. Yeah, it's not gonna sync. I don't know why, but my freaking stuff always takes with anyone but actual 5 bars. Doing the best I can. Thank you, random voice of crack. Thank you. Jeez. Well, Tekken doesn't want me to play anymore, so I'll resign here. Unfortunately, I should do a GTA like stream. I swear, you guys will not believe the stupidity that went on last night. It was freaking retarded. I was laughing so much. But one day I'm gonna do that. One day I'm gonna do that. But until then, I'll see you guys. Oh, wait. Wait. La la la! La la la! Girl, she kinda dumb, not gonna lie. But if there's one thing I definitely want to ask Harada when he's answering questions, is will he ever drop the unseen cutscenes of Tekken 7 where, you know, the things that didn't make it into the game but are sure saved somewhere if they didn't delete them already. Because there was one cutscene on Reddit where it was Raven telling his master about Dragunov, and I'm pretty sure this was like after Tekken 6, so it probably could have been Master Raven or, you know, pre-Tekken 8 Victor. But I would definitely ask him to release, or if he has any plans to drop the scenes in Tekken 8 and Tekken 7 that didn't make it into the game, because there's a lot of holes I wish we could have seen filled, or like at least had an idea of what happened specifically, because I genuinely want to know how Master Raven would have interacted with Lars and Lee, and I couldn't give a crap about what she says to Alyssa because beep boop bop horny robot, I want human. Like, gross, bro. But yeah, I definitely would want to ask Harada about those cutscenes from Tekken 7 that didn't make it into the game due to budgeting issues before it skyrocketed in popularity and really flew off the charts. But until then, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye!
This is the guy that gave Raven all that trouble? That imbecile needs to be